inside leg hang climb or combo, depending on how you want to look at it. So with this one, you're definitely going to want to be comfortable with an inside leg hang first. That being said, this is not the most efficient climb, okay? Will take you a significantly longer time to get up the pole than many other climbs, but it's not about how fast you get there, right? So with this one, this could be just a way to transition, or you could use this as a way to climb up your pole. Those of you that are working on competition or performance pieces, kind of one of the rule of thumbs of performance and competition is don't ever repeat the same climb more than twice, okay? So this can be a fun way to just mix up your climb and change it up, okay? So for this one, we're gonna start from an inside leg hang, and it's almost as if you're about to switch to an outside leg hang, but then we come around to the other side. Also, not gonna lie, it can be a little abrasive on the inner thighs, okay? So just giving you a little premonition of what's yet to come. So for this one, if you are getting comfortable with switches on these, you might want to start first just going a baby climb up. Because I will say initially on this, and everyone is a little bit different, but at least for me personally, I don't like having my head too close to the floor if I'm concerned I'm going to slide a little bit. I like having a little bit more space. Of course, as always with any of these tutorials, make sure you're being safe, use a mat, use a spotter. Don't work on something that's outside of your comfort zone and or safe zone especially. Okay, but with this one, initially when you first start working on this switch through, you will sometimes lose a little bit of elevation at first. Okay, so depending on how aggressive you are with your inverts. If you're not getting up super high, you may want to take it like a baby climb up to get into the outside leg hang, okay? You can also work on this transition even if you're not inverting yet, okay? So you can do, I mean, it won't be a sequence of multiples of these maybe, but you can do one of these single transitions, okay? So you can always drop down into your inside leg hang and then work on this transition, okay? So for those of you that are still working on your inverts, especially aerial invert, maybe you have one from the ground but don't have it aerially, don't feel like you have to wait to work on this transition. 100% work on it just from dropping down, or conserve your energy and drop down, either one. Okay, so like I said, for your first one initially, depending on how aggressive you are, how high up you are in your inverts, you might want to do a baby climb up or drop down so you have just a little bit, not so much that it feels scary, just a little bit so you have a little bit more of a buffer zone before you're to the ground, okay? So we're going to start in an inside leg hang. From here, your outside leg is going to rond de jambe around, and then comes the millisecond of the scary moment, okay? Which is where your chest is going to have to go from this side of the pole, whoop, to this side of the pole, okay? So you're going to have to switch sides. That's usually the part that most people feel like they're the most nervous about. Also, little tidbit on this one. With an outside leg hang climb, it alternates sides, okay? If you start on your right, the next climb will be on the left and right and left and so on back and forth. With the inside leg hang climb, it stays on the same side the entire time, okay? So if I start on my right invert, I'm gonna be on my right invert the entire time, okay? So starting from our inside leg hang here. You're holding here, and like I said, you wanna be 100% solid in this. Really important, this outside leg, when you circle it, try to take it as low to the ground as possible, okay? And that's about tension, not about flexibility. You're gonna circle until you're basically where you could go to a pike. Once you get to this pike position, my knee is still very firmly hooked. Now I feel my inner thighs squeezing, but my life doesn't depend on them, okay? From here, my inside arm switches, outside arm pushes, reach up and grab. You're basically in a jasmine. Reach up, pull yourself up into a masthead, okay? So with this on the switch, it's that moment when we come through that a lot of people quite often have that moment of like, oh gosh, okay? So really important, the more you take that outside leg hang around nice and low, where it kind of gives you this moment where, no, your entire weight is not supported by this inner thigh hold, but it gives you a little bit of stability, okay? And it helps kind of keep it in that knee, okay? So you're gonna circle around until that thigh comes in. Then from here, your inside arm initially, in a leg hang, we have this kind of hold behind our arm. That inside arm is gonna reach down towards the floor. Picture me upside down. The outside hand is gonna reach somewhere right about face chest height, okay? Common mistake I see with this is people will reach with both hands here, and the problem is then when you go to reach up and grab above your knee, you can't reach because you don't have enough height, okay? So inside arm goes all the way through, outside arm goes about face chest height and then pushes you up so you can end up in that jasmine. Okay, so with those things in mind, let's look at it again and let's chain it together and add 2 of them. Like I said, if you're still working on your aerial inverts, don't feel like you need to do multiples of these. Like I said, this can just be a sequence of a combo or sequence of pole moves and or combo or a climb continuing up. It can be a great way to condition your inside leg hangs. Bring on all the rose gardens. Okay, so we've got our inside leg hang here. Outside leg rond de jambe, inside arm drop, push. See, right away I push up with this arm, reach up and grab above this knee, pull, outside arm reaches above. Now here, use your booty. Okay, so it's not just your arms. Use your butt and push yourself up to that masthead. From here, invert again, inside leg hang, same thing, rond de jambe, push, and up. Okay, and as you can see, not a ton of elevation. I mean, we got a little bit, but not really climbing mountains. Okay, so that is the inside leg hang climb or combo, depending on whatever you want to make of it. It stays on the same side the whole time. Be comfortable with your inside leg hang, whether that's dropping down or inverting up into it before you try it. Okay, rule of thumb on this one, inside arm reaches through, outside arm reaches face chest height and pushes up as soon as it gets there. And that's what takes you from that leg transition up to the jasmine on the other side. All right, try this out. Try putting it together either as multiple climbs, if you're comfortable with that, or working it into a combo with some of your other favorite moves. Maybe this can be your entrance up into something. You can even combine your inside leg hang climbs with your outside leg hang climbs, or your shoulder mount climbs, or something. Okay, so have fun with this. Enjoy.